Hello folks, welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I'm 𝘊𝘮𝘮𝘀𝘵𝑠 and we're here with the Death Gang. And wow, I wasn't ready to start. I just clicked start record and yeah, I'm into it. It's all good. We're gonna run with this. First of all, to address something I was gonna make, well, I actually did record twice a little video between episodes to explain a grave error. That's not it, but I was just like, what the hell is going on? We have fish flopping around. I think we just get rid of those. All right, anyways, Sergeant Goodenough and 𝘊𝘮𝘮𝘀 pointed out to me that oil is not good for the aqua tuner setup. And I was fixated. You can see I've already switched it back to polluted water between episodes. Yeah, so let's find our crude oil and we'll go through why, because I'm going to try and make it make sense. This is why those short videos updates didn't get posted. It's because I'm not sure I make perfect sense doing it. Anyways, down here we have crude oil with a specific heat capacity of 6.9 or 1.69, pardon me, thermal conductivity of 2. Now, I was focused on thermal conductivity, because I was like, oh, polluted water has a conductivity of 0.58. So this must be better because it's like 4 times almost, like 3.5 times as much crude oil. But that's not the important thing. And here's why. So steam turbines, right? They take out, let's see. It says here somewhere. Okay, it doesn't say there. Where does it say? Anyways, I apparently don't know where it says. Steam turbine should say somewhere minus 14 degrees. It's in one of these tabs. Okay, I'm lying. It's not there. I don't know where I found it. Maybe it's in the power thing. Bear with me. I'm a dumb. I bet you it was actually on the wiki. I was looking at it. Okay, never mind. Steam turbines, the important thing is they delete 14 degrees of heat out of whatever liquid is flowing through them. It doesn't matter which. So capacity means, of course, how much you can put in it, right? In this case, polluted water will take 2.5 times as much heat and carry it around as with crude oil. You require more surface area to transfer that, and you can see we're starting to solidify here, and it's obviously not a perfect system right now because I keep flashing off some water. But I encountered another error that I'll go over as well. So basically we're going to take almost 4 times as much surface area to put the same number of degrees into the water, but that's fine because when it comes to I'm totally buffing on this. Someone help me in the comments so I can explain this like a human being. 14 degrees in polluted water is 2.5 times as much energy as 14 degrees in crude oil. So we're getting extra deletion with polluted water. All we have to do is provide more surface area to transfer it in and stay within the limits of its you know, its freeze point and not flash point. What do you call it? Vaporization point. So that's basically what I was failing or forgetting to pick up. I was focused on conductivity. So things are going to progress much faster. Not only are we going to be able to run these a little faster, put more water through, but yeah, it's just going to provide better cooling for the whole base. I had it right the first time. I just did polluted water because I assumed polluted water was good because I had watched a video and they said use polluted water, so I did. And then I went and got fancy thinking, oh, conductivity is going to be better. It's not. Not in this specific case anyways. If we wanted to, say, heat up oil to 100 and some odd degrees, well, this is actually an option for us. Where is the actual oil thing that we have? Okay, while I'm looking for the oil thing, a couple things. I don't remember if we saw the saltwater geyser, but we have a saltwater geyser and we have a water geyser in here. So our water woes, other than cooling, are basically over. I still don't know where the oil is. Let me find it. That's gold. I'm having the worst brain fart. I found it. All right. Here's the thing. Crude oil, 308 grams a second at 326 degrees Celsius. We could take this, we could pump it into pipes, and we could heat up steam the same way the aqua tuner is, and generate steam power, which might be an idea. Because we know we can take heat from something else even. What else would we use, though? Because oil still flashes or vaporizes at, what is it, 400 degrees? Yeah, 400 degrees. So we'd have to use something like probably just the oil right out of here, or steam from this guy. But steam is not going to be the best because there's not a lot of overhead there, right? It's only 110 degrees. We need 125 at least. So yeah, we would have to use something like oil and then heat it up to just around 200 degrees using either its own temperature or a minor volcano and cool off some stuff that way and generate power from it. Now this is obviously, I think that's just way more complicated than just getting suits and making a power section down here in the bottom of the map. Yeah, overheat damage. I know. Stop complaining. Because magma, that's 1600 degrees and there's a lot of it down there, and we can boil an awful lot of water that way. So anyways, yeah, important thing of course being and look at this. This is already running at like 50% efficiency. This guy's gone dormant, by the way. Next activity in 25 cycles, so we have about that long to cool this down. And this is actually only a couple degrees off from solidifying. Do we want to do that, though? I don't know. Also, I told them to dump the liquid aluminum in this, but they don't seem to be getting to it, probably priority-wise. So we did that priority reset. I'm tempted to remove this and have it drain off of the left side again now that I've kind of expanded that out anyways. Problem is, we go pick up that ceramic, it's going to flash stuff anyways, and I want to actually store that ceramic. Right now we're not storing, what is it, that's, there's tungsten trapped in there because we're going to create a big mess. Speaking of big messes, we got a big mess of gas here. Oh yeah, and we got a fish farm. I decided to drain a bunch of water from up here, and we probably have enough for another fish farm there. And yeah, here we are. We have a fish farm, and this is not really an efficient way of doing things. Setting up some automation makes a lot more sense, but for now, it's kind of set it and forget it. And I have a feeling they're going to end up just dying off because there's going to be too many of them in there. But yeah, it's going to be something anyways. I want to get them out of our main water storage. And truth be told, there's no reason to actually have our main water storage in the base anymore. We can do that outside if we set up a spot maybe closer to the aqua tuner, so we can maybe in here even. Run it through the aqua tuner and keep it temperate at 20 degrees no matter what kind of temperature we put in there. Like this is down to 37. We're dormant. It starts in 40 cycles. So we have that long to cool it down to whatever, right? What's the temperature? 38 degrees going in there. So yeah, we're still carrying away a fair amount of heat, but it's less and less efficient as time goes on. It's going to be harder to reach that 20 degrees, I think, anyways. Let me know if I'm wrong in that. But because the coolant temperature and the water temperature here are going to be so close to each other, I don't know, maybe it'll just keep averaging out, but I have a feeling it's going to take longer. It's actually cooled down this up here nicely. So that's good. We're going to have a whole lot of water to toss up into the base very soon. We have a coolant line going through here, actually. Yeah, right there at 19 degrees. So we could toss it up there right now. I could put a cycle sensor on it, but put a slow drip. 7 degrees Celsius. Why do I have it? Current ambient temperature 38. Send a green signal if below. I never set this. That's probably why I rebuilt it and never set it. If below 29. And the rest of the cooling can happen up top. Yeah, sounds good. Ah, they took the bottles. That's good. They dumped them there. I could throw in like a steel. That's one option. Take a mesh tile made out of steel. Toss it there so we can get the ceramic out. Wait, what's the ceramic? No, it's only 37 degrees, so there we go. Yeah, I really want to clean up the gases. In fact, I turned this on full time. Yeah, if it's above 10 grams, it's going. So it has been just slowly sucking the gases down. But you can see we have a very strong layer of polluted oxygen that is just nasty. Just nasty. What else we got? We got transit tubes. Transit tubes are going all the way around. We got a point there, so we come at the base here or up top. We got a drop off there, drop off there, drop off there outside the door. One over here, and we looped all the way around here, so we have full outside access. I still haven't turned on the suits though. Also, these guys grew up and started planting things. They were eggs before. Now they're planting. So, yeah, I think what I'll do is reverse the doors so that they can't, well, here, what do we have here? We need to, not open, deconstruct. We need to seal this off finally. Here we go. Should probably turn off auto wrangle on this one while we're working on that. There we go. And by the way, how's coal doing? 169.8 tons. I had to make a couple more generators, but because we're feeding these guys. Now the bigger problem actually is igneous rock. We're at down to 15.7 tons. So we really got to get digging and maybe working on one of these volcanoes at some point. Someone let me know that you can use temp shift plates to block off a volcano. I'm tempted to do that here real quick. Open it up, make an enclosure, and yeah, maybe just blocking it off with the temp shift plate. I think we're going to need more steel. I would feel more comfortable using steel. I was making copper. We're going to switch off iron to steel. And we have 7.9 tons of refined carbon, so that's fine. We've got, oh, enough for 165 crafts. That's a lot. Okay. Let's just start with 50 and go from there. I actually don't really want to deal with that volcano. I'd almost rather use this guy, the minor volcano. 1726, 134. Yeah, I think we would do that. I am tempted. I am honestly very tempted. This one's just idle though. So it is this tile right here that I'm pointing at that is the one that releases stuff. So we could go all the way around it. In fact, why don't we just open that up? We're averaged out there anyways. This biome's warm. But we're just letting it leak in here anyways, and we're cooling this space. Quite effectively, actually. Yeah, cooling's looking pretty good. I extended the the insulation out here a little bit, and really we should put it there as well. Oh, these guys are done. Thank you, guys. We can, I don't know, throw them back in the kitchen or just let them live there. That'll do. Live in the park. Who wouldn't want to live in the park, man? We'll deconstruct that. We will forget what I was doing 2 minutes ago, because ADHD. Put that sculpture there, and that's the way that'll go. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for this guy to go dormant. To go dormant. And then we're gonna have to work on cooling it. And I do think maybe an aqua tuner setup would be best. Or just using the heat for steam and deleting it that way over time. In any case, one of my main goals is going to be to just dig the heck out of all the biomes except for the cold biomes. You see there's a little bit of leakage here, but not too bad. And just be left with open space and whatever buildings we decide to keep. So that's going to be probably a between episodes task. I mean, I can queue it up now. We can reach up to 4 there. And then 1, 2, I'm just going to do it across there. So it's going to be a lot of that. And we'll avoid the volcano, obviously. So, lots of digging to come. And I don't know, guys. Is it time to actually tell them to stay home for a bit? Maybe after this cycle. Have they built this door? Or filled in this door? They have. Okay. We can turn on auto wrangle surplus again. And I'm gonna say enter only. We've already turned this one off, actually. It's kind of just going to be an emergency door, I think, although no one can get to it, so does it matter? No. Delete it. Delete it and close it in. And I am comfortable. I know people have been saying that you can set these different ways, right? I'm going to leave it on always permitted and just let them path the way they want to path. Actually, does it matter? If we go to vacancy only, really, they're going to be traveling by transit tube anyways. So they're just going to hop in a tube and go to one entrance or the other. So yeah, maybe we will do vacancy. Wow, it's funny the way it takes me so much time to think through things sometimes. We need another one of these here. We're missing that. Okay. Pardon me. We could actually put in a bin at either end and say it would be for extra suits in case we run into that problem, but we shouldn't if we only run on vacancy. Clearance. Vacancy only. Enable building. Enable building. Vacancy only. Is everybody inside? Everybody. No, you're not. Are you going to be able to get inside when I have it set that way? I'm not sure. We'll set that one to always. I could just path them inside, right? Say, go home, little dupe, go home. There they go, going inside. Vacancy only. And is that it? Are we set? Now, I do want to actually restrict some people to base duty only. I'm not sure if that's a super effective way to go here. But we're going to start with Legon, 𝘬𝘬𝘳𝑜, Twisted Soul, and Camille, and maybe Player X as well as utility dupes. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 7 stations, 8 stations. Oh yeah, Jace, actually, you're a builder. And yeah, Regis just cooks and ranches. Dundas we might want. Okay, so well that's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, that's 7. And Turner. We'll just do 8. A suit for everyone. There we go. And we'll see how many idle dupes we end up with. Hopefully none. Everyone else can farm and ranch, which should be pretty much all the time. Are we wrangling out of there? Why? Why? Is there that many there? There's not. Why are you wrangling? Oh. Oh, we blew open the wall. So suddenly it's saying there's 8 million creatures. Where are you taking them? Oh, okay, that's fine. Take them there. Hey, we got dupes in suits. All dupes in suits. We're there. We're done it. We win the game. Honestly, for me, it's like this mental leap that I get, I don't know, strangely nervous about. Like, I don't feel nervous. I'm not having a physiological reaction. It's just I have doubts until I finally see them going in and out using the suits. So I guess, yeah, they all decided to go out that exit. That's fine. And then out they go again? Why are you going out? Oh no, never mind. They're all allowed. Travalda, you're not allowed. Travalda's allowed. He's not allowed. What? Default access. Default access. Ah. Right. I have to turn these people on. Don't read into that. And tell them entrance only for you guys. Oh, these guys are all set to entrance only. That's amazing. Entrance, entrance, entrance. Yeah, I didn't pick up on that. I have now, though. So there we go. Hopefully this will be effective. Super effective. Nisbet's got to put on a suit to carve it. Of course she does. Yeah, it's fine. What are you making for us, Nisbet? Hmm? What sculpture are you gonna make? They look so happy putting on and off the suits. Oh, Turner, look at you. He's giving him like the wink in the gun, man. Oh yes, the thinker. Or before battle. Whatever that means. Oh, that's the thinker. Oh, they call it the hypothesizer. And before battle. Alright, cool. Okay. How are we doing down here? We're sending all of our coolant. Basically, when we have a big gap like that, it's because all the coolant's going to this guy. I did prioritize this to go through here. Again, into there. Because I didn't like the way it would be every other tile, and this is another thing I wanted to talk about. With Nathan's setup here, let's grab a tube. So, when two things. First of all, I didn't have this bridge here, so it would do an even split between the cooling line to the base and here, which means we would have every other packet going through this whole system all the way around and then back up to the top. And then I didn't have enough in the reservoir to feed a constant flow back in. So it was going through every other loop. And what was happening is it would detect here, and this wouldn't let it through. It would skip. So it would be coming back at 70, 80 degrees, something like that, and it would just skip the whole system when it was every other packet. So this sensing system is not effective. I don't know why that is. It should be, but the packets were getting rejected because it would go on when they were there, and it would go off when they weren't there and get refused, right? So there's got to be a better way. It's interesting though, because I've never noticed that happening over here when we had that water setup going. I never noticed that happening, and it's either something changed in the game and people haven't picked up on it, and the videos that I was watching from Nathan Sandbox are not necessarily current. They're not that old either. He's still doing a concurrent Oni playthrough, which you should watch probably. He's way more advanced than I am. So if you're interested in that stuff, definitely do. But yeah, I could exhibit it. I just don't want to, because I don't want to heat up the base again. It was really pissing me off, because I'm like, why is the base getting so hot? You can remember we have these guys, it's irrigation problems right now, which is fine. I don't care about the irrigation right now. But yeah, we were having heat problems because it was not effective. So how I've solved it for the time being, we're still going to get the odd packet come through at higher temperature. Let's see, 17, 18, 18.4. It seems to be working. I'm just watching the temperature. If I could point you at the screen, it's near my cursor. But it seems to be working is the important thing now. But yeah, solve it by having a buffer that has extra liquid in it, so you can always feed a solid line of coolant into these machines. And you can see it's getting more and more effective over time as we cool it down. How's this stuff doing? Yeah, I've been playing with how much surface area to give these, and honestly, I think we're going to go back on some of that, because I don't want any pipes to be damaged. So we'll pick up whatever heat that'll give us. We can cancel that. Thank you very much. And yeah, we're fairly close. How did it get hot again? You're dormant. I think it's just averaging out from the left side, right? So there's some heat in there. We can take this apart now and take that ceramic, that lovely ceramic, out of there. There was another thing that came up, and I wasn't going to talk about this, but I'm in favor of being totally honest with you guys about what happens off camera. These tiles, for some reason, ended up with no water on them. I have no idea what happened. I'm considering it a glitch. And what I did was I installed a mod that allows me to turn on and off sandbox mode. Like if I can just show this to you. It allows you to enable and disable sandbox tools. Normally you turn on sandbox tools and you get this up here that says sandbox. Come on. Sandbox. And you can never turn it off again. But I think that's silly, and I don't want to stare at that all the time. So I installed that mod. No, what am I doing? Main menu, options, game. So the mod just allows you to turn it off again. In effect, hide my crimes. But all I did is I went back here and I paintbrushed 1 kilogram back on, because there's no way and I honestly wouldn't have built this system if I had conceived that that was ever possible, but there's over 5,000 kilograms of oxygen in there. We're not letting that loose so we can go fix this stupid water glitch. And you can see it's still not perfect, but it may just have to be a thing that I do, and I will probably never make one of this design again. What I think the problem is it should be 1 tile and 1 tile only, not consecutive tiles. So we could space them out, one tile here, one tile here, one tile here, one tile here, right? And have them have their own liquids to pass through. But I think because I put them all side by side, it's screwing it up. That's my theory on that. It's just something I gotta live with for this playthrough. Let's choose a thing. Shine nymph? I'm gonna refresh that. We'll take algae. I don't need a shine nymph flying around. Anyways, these guys should be making water, using polluted water, and emitting clean water, 200 grams per second. I want them to clean that water. I think we're going to take out this here and end up... Last time I did this, yeah, it didn't work so well, so it ended up backing up into there. We're gonna let some more of this water down and fill up another fish pond, and we'll end up with the 3 fish ponds and leave it at that. They can just be a passive source of fish. We're still feeding them. We're feeding them algae, blossom seeds, fungal spores, mealwood seeds, and waterweed seeds, because those are all things that we're kind of farming. All right, beauty. I think we can let that down. It'll come down here. We probably want another tile there, which I'll super prioritize. Down here and into here. And yeah, I'm gonna want some ladders across there. Would someone please just put this thing out of its misery? Thank you very much. Yeah, cramped and crowded, which means they're not going to lay eggs. So they're going to grow old and die. These ones will hatch. They'll probably be cramped. They'll grow old and die without laying eggs. So it's I'm kind of just letting it happen. I want to see if that's actually what'll happen, or if the population will sustain itself against what I think will happen. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to go in from the side here. And then, oh, we kind of do have to go in from the top. It's fine. We need to dig all this anyways. Yeah, maybe we'll just queue this up for emptying. Slime is something we use for our mushroom farms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna do it right there. I was overestimating how far they could reach at one point in time, so I'm trying not to do that again. Yeah, should be good. Should be good. This is about as far away from the base they can get now without a transit stop nearby. We should probably add one up here near the chlorine vent, but I'm not even sure if I'll ever use that. They're just kind of there. Chlorine vents. I don't know what is useful to do with them. Actually, what kind of temperature do you come out as? 60 degrees Celsius. I mean, you could kind of use it as a crappy mid-level coolant, but I don't think chlorine has the best conductive properties or whatever. Capacity. Conductivity is 0.008. Yeah, it's horrible. Capacity is 0.48, which is fine. But it'd take so much surface area to actually heat it up. It's not very effective. All right, I want to build a feeder here. Don't need to be doing stuff at priority 8. Talking about the priority creep in the comments, like, yeah, I sometimes I wish the game started at priority 3, because at least for me and for what I've seen, prioritizing, like, using priority downwards is not as common. So having two numbers downwards seems to make more sense to me. But whatever, it's, you know, you can set everything to 3 when you start the game and just remember to do it. It's not a complicated thing. Anyways, these things, yeah, they're just getting more and more green. We're producing enough for at least one aqua tuner right now, which is great. You know what I never did? I never hooked a battery to these. Wow, that's a real dumb move on my part. Who noticed that and realized and didn't tell me? Come on now, you're out there. You knew it. I could put it in the coolant. How big is this room? 52 tiles. Power plant can be 96 tiles. Okay. So I really only need a couple more. We'll go there. This is gonna have to go out there. We're gonna need a floor. And there's gonna be a point where we're gonna have to shut these down. Alright, well, we'll get that done. Here's the water flowing. It's goods. It's very goods. I would like them to come in there and, yeah. Yes, exactly what I wanted. That tile specifically. For that. We'll put in a mesh tile there. What are we storing in here? Ice. Oh yeah, I was trying to cool this one down. 10,000 kilograms. No, there's a tile in each of these bins down here. I'm just trying to cool it down for the 𝘊𝘭𝘙𝘮𝘊𝘭𝘙𝘮, so that they'll continue to produce gulp eggs. So we got to get it near freezing. All right, look at that spaghetti. It's beautiful. We're going to delete those. You should stay here and delete those. You should really stay here and delete those. Thanks. Appreciate you. Igneous rock. We should probably stop using igneous rock for things, but hey, I'm so used to it. Make me. Igneous rock, we're at 21 tons, so we gotten a little back. And do we have igneous? That's sedimentary. We could be feeding sedimentary, I think. We have 871 tons. Let me double check. Stone hatches. They will eat sedimentary. Sedimentary? 𝘬𝘐𝘭𝘥. And then we need their little storage things to take sedimentary. Copy. We don't have one in there. That's fine. They'll take from that one. Good. We'll use the sedimentary rock. And igneous, we will rebuild. Look at all this beautiful cold temperature, -60. We could be taking oil and running it through there as a radiator, just a straight up radiator that we suck the coldness out of this biome. Not the worst idea ever. Come in down here, just have a tunnel. It's a lot of it. Liquid carbon dioxide, I see. Regolith. Yeah. All in the future. Like I said, between episodes, I'm probably going to go ahead and just continue digging. Keep an eye on our food, because a lot of this, well, actually 20k of fried mushrooms, we got cooked seafood. So things are okay, but they're not really comfortable because it's a lot of meal ice. I feel like I should just be rotting the meal ice again. And we're getting a lot of CO2 buildup. That's a lot of pressure, actually. Like 3 kilograms in spots. It's not falling very effectively. So maybe I'll do something like that as well. Just make lots of space for the gas to fall down to this level. I could put other pumps in, but, you know. I feel like we're already at the max of our power system as it is. In fact, if you look at this, the potential load is 18.95 kilowatts of 20. We're not using anywhere near that much, so I think we could probably go up to 25, 30 potential load. But it is a little... It does make me realize that we're going to have to really commit to one of these, probably the iron volcano, and end up with lots of iron so we can make the super capacity, whatchamacallit, heavy watt conductive wire. That stuff, and replace the whole network with it. Yeah, that's a job. That's a lot of wire. All right, dupes, come on and dig. Yeah, we're almost at a point here where we can put, well, we can put fish in here, but we're gonna need to close it up properly. And I noticed that even with 96 tiles, it is not counting as a stable. So I don't know if fishes just don't get stables. A little disappointing, but whatever, it's fine, I guess. Crowded. Okay, that's just doing their happiness in. You're elderly. Who else was cramped? Were you cramped? No, crowded. Cramped? Just crowded. So maybe it's only their happiness that is, I could have swore I saw cramped before, but maybe they don't get crowded. Maybe they still produce eggs. If you happen to know, if you're a fish expert, a paku expert, you got your degree in paku husbandry, let me know. Yeah, this is going to take a while. That's a long commute. I think we'll leave it there. Yeah, I feel like we are back on track after a couple of near misses, so to speak. I definitely felt that the oil wasn't as efficient, and I just didn't know why. So thank you guys for explaining that to me, so I could pass that on. Boy, we're real close to cooling this right down. Real close. It would be nice to be able to cool it down to handle through there before we're done. I think I actually can have these connected. We're not gonna we're not gonna boil it off at its current temperature, and we want to carry away that heat that much faster, right? So yeah, it's only coming out at 57 degrees. We could even have another one, and I would just have to manage it, which is not really what I do. Oh yeah, that's right, we do have this other one too. We can go up there, we can go in here, and then we just make a little snip, and we get an extra tile of heating out of it. So it's coming in at 61 now, so even more effective. Here we go. Down to 37 degrees, so that's dropped a couple degrees, just us doing this. It's definitely way more effective. Makes me interested for super coolant one day, but that is beyond our technology levels. We got to get up, oh hi, it's shovels. Anyways, we got to get up to space at some point here so we can continue on our research and discover the galaxy and things. All right, that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. We're striving for 1,000 here. So if you can take a moment of your time, it's free and easy, and you don't even have to click the bell. It's really just a numbers game for YouTube's sake right now, so I can get paid to do what I do every day, day in, day out. Yeah. All right. Thanks, folks. Have a great rest of your day, and goodbye for now.